Hello everyone and welcome to another lecture of PHP and MySQL. Let's continue with our little web project that we've been developing in the last few videos. So let me explain you what we'll do next. We have created two links in the table of users that are registered, and we have to pass the values or IDs to either edit or delete the user as, let's say we are an administrator, and we can delete or edit any user we have on our database of our website or web project. So let's open or run, make sure you start your XAMPP. And let's run the output.php, which is the script that has the table of registered users. And let's open our localhost /web project 1/ and let's type output.php. And there it is. Okay, so as you can see, we have edit and we have delete. And if we click delete, nothing happens. If we click edit, nothing happens. But you see that we get the ID of the user in the URL. So we get user underscore ID equals to 17. And if we try to do it to the next one, we'll get user ID equals to 18. So we are specifically passing the ID value of each user through the URL with the get method. So we have that ready. So let's make sure we create a delete form in order to delete it permanently, any user we have registered and show on the table. Okay. Now, in order to do that, we will use the already created delete.php script. So the first thing is let's go to output.php again, and in delete user you're going to type delete.php, and then we pass the value or the variable user ID equals to the value ID of the user. Okay, so you're going to pass that value to the script that we have, delete.php, which is in here. Okay, so let's open this as well. Okay, there it is. Now we have to grab the ID that we are passing in this script in order to delete it. Okay, but before we do anything, let's try to run the output.php again and click the delete here. Okay, so you see that we have please log in. This we have to arrange that. Then we have type the email of user to be deleted, and then we would delete that by clicking the button here. But I'm going to change this a little bit so we can so all of this makes sense whenever we click here. I'm gonna create here, are you sure you want to delete this user? And then create two buttons, yes or no. So it makes more sense like that. So let's go to delete.php, and here let's change this to, are you sure you want to delete this user? And here let's click save. Let's save this. And here what I'm going to do is create a new input for the first name equals text, name equals, and here let's type first name, and then close paragraph. And here, instead of get email, let's type last name, last last name. Okay, save this. Okay, perfect. Now let me just repeat the process that we did before. Okay, so let's refresh this. If I click delete, okay, so we have, are you sure you want to delete this user? And here we have, it will appear the first and the last name, that in this case would be Alex Cruz. Okay, first name Alex and then Cruz. So let's change a little bit, a few things here. Down here, let's type first name, and here we can type last name. Okay, save this. Let's go back, click delete first name and last name. Are you sure you want to delete this user? And the button should say yes. Yes. Down here we can create another input. Button here, name equals, sorry, let's create, instead of this, let's create href equals output.php, and and in close paragraph, and in here let's type go back. Now let's save this and let's check it out. Okay, there it is. Are you showing the list this user? Yes, or go back. Now we have to pass several values here that we don't have yet. The first name and the last name of the user. In order to pass those values, we need to go here and pass. We are passing the user ID. And now to pass more than one value, let's type a % and pass f name equals to now we need to grab as we did for the ID, so we create the row and grab first name, which is the field. This is the name of the field, first name. Okay, on the database. So make sure you go to the database, make sure your field has first name. And after this, we need to create a last name. So another % and L name. Okay, this is a variable I'm creating now, equals to the value row and last name. Okay, so I can even check first name, last name. Yes. Okay, great. So now we are passing through get the user ID, the f name value, and the last name. So let's see if this is working. We can go straight to output.php and run this. Okay, so let's go back here, refresh. So, okay, sorry. So I forgot to put the concatenation here. Okay, great. So let's save this. Let's go back, refresh. There it is. If I click delete, we are passing the values Alex as F name and as L name the cruise. Great, working perfectly. So now we have to make sure that you put Alex in here as default and cruise in here. So to do that, let's go to delete.php in the form, and here we type value equals. And here as well, value equals. And here we're going to type get, and obviously you're going to type f name, okay, which is the value that we have here, f name, okay, and then L name. So let's go back in here, let's type get and L name. Okay, but this will not work like this as it is, okay, because we need to put or to say to the HTML this is a PHP script or PHP code. So we need to put a PHP here, and after that we close PHP, okay, and a semicolon here. So do the same here. PHP. Okay, great. Oh, of course, I forgot to echo. I have to echo the get. Okay, let's go back. And if I click now delete, there it is. Boom, perfect, working perfectly. Now we want to make sure that it happens for all of the others as well. There it is. Awesome, working perfectly. Very, very easy to implement. Very simple. And now we want to make sure we can delete Alex Cruz or any of other registered users. So let's go back to the delete script. So as soon as we click delete, this will run the connection. And let's change this a little bit to ID user. So this would be post user ID. Great. So this is not post, it's get, and here is user ID. Okay. And down here we have to type the ID user variable. Okay, so ID user. Oh, sorry, I've missed out here. Email. It's not email, it's ID. Let's create at the top the input, the ID, and then we can type all of this in here. And here let's type the name of this is user ID, value is user ID. Okay, so let me just go back in here, project, refresh. If I click delete, okay, we have user ID 18, Maria Cruz. Are you sure you want to delete? We are missing, we've missed here E, delete, save this. And now what we're going to do, since we are using post, is type here post to get the user ID, okay, which is this one here. Awesome. So let's save this. And I think we are done. Let us try this again. Let's click here. Let's click yes, and this user has been successfully deleted. We turn back and boom. Okay, we only have now Alex Cruz and everything worked perfectly. Okay guys, so this is how you can create very, very fast and simple to delete users, any user you want on your table, on your database. Okay, this